Well, howdy y'all, welcome back. I'm at a gas station, so there's a lot of noise from the trucks out here, but I got the old scooter out finally. It has been over a year since I've ridden this thing, and today is June 10th. It is exactly 1 year from my heart attack. So figured I'd get this thing out and take it for a cruise, raise my blood pressure a little bit, because to get this thing out, I got to roll down miles of gravel road just to get away from my house. And the shortest distance, that road is horrible. So I basically have to double my distance just to leave on gravel. But it is what it is. I'm out cruising. I just stopped at the gas station. So I got ice and a few things of water for tonight. We've got some different food to try that I'm excited to give it a whirl. And yeah, we're not terribly far from the spot. So I'm gonna get this ice and this water loaded up, and we'll get headed on down the road. Should be good now. I've got the old dangler so I can listen to music and hear directions. I got speakers in my dang old helmet. Newfangled old technology. Probably still wear my gloves. All right, we've made it to a spot. I stopped at the office, but I have to set up my junk before they'll even let me pay, which is kind of silly. But it's not bad because I'm gonna want some firewood tonight, so I'm gonna have to buy some while I'm here, which isn't a big deal. I'll just have to try to carry it back on the motorcycle through those curves. We'll figure it out, but I brought my hammock with, so let's get the hammock set up, and this should be a good spot for it. All right, took my long sleeves off. I put those on about halfway up here because I was starting to get a little bit burned. We've got this one-link hammock system. I've only used this thing, I think, once. I don't think we're gonna need our tarp, but we might need the bug net tonight. But we're just gonna get the hammock set up to start with. Let's just set this on the table. Yeah, there's a couple pieces of wood down here. I just don't want to go wandering through with this and get covered in poison ivy or anything. Bug net, straps, hammock. Well, I think we're good there. All right, well, I'm not even gonna worry about putting the bug net up quite yet. We'll see how bad it gets later. I do have bug spray and stuff with me, but now I gotta go pay for this site. It's kind of silly that they wouldn't let me pay for it until I set my hammock up, but all right, well, got some shorts on and I looked at the hammock and it's had some ants in it already, climbing off the tree, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put the old bug net up. Gotta remember how to do this. I remember, right? This has got to go like through the inside of it or something. So instructions, there is instructions in here. We'll need. Yeah. All right, I got the little strings up top and we should be good. Hopefully the hammock's all right. We'll see how this goes, but I'm gonna lose my light really quickly. You can probably see the sun right there through the trees. It's gonna set over this ridge much earlier than out there, and I don't have a ton of light with me, like lights to light it up. So we're just gonna go ahead and get the old fire tooting. Got the old coffee fire starters. These things have worked all right. Got ourselves a clicky. Let's get this going so we can eat some food, although I guess probably don't need it for the food tonight. Should help keep some of the little bugs away too. just spotted something over here. Look at that. You think that's Sam Squatch fur? It's a little bit more there and under the table. It's really orange. It's really weird color. You see it next to my hand. Yeah. I don't know what that would be. The only thing that I could think of that would be that color would be a fox or something. And I don't know what would be in here that would kill a fox other than maybe a Sam Squatch. Maybe we'll see him tonight. Let's hope not. All right, so for dinner tonight, I brought another MRE. This was another MRE that was sent in, and this one, I believe it's Chinese, maybe Korean. If you guys can see that, I'll see if I can use the Google Lens Translate to see what this says on the front of it here. If you don't know, you can go to Google, and if you just type in translate, in the search bar, you can click on this little camera button here, and then if you hold something in front of it, it'll automatically translate what it says. So it says up here, Special Forces. I don't know how well you guys will probably be able to see that, probably not. And what is in here? This says, it says it's self-heating food, so this should have a heater pack in it. The last one did not. Self-heating dongpo pork, self-heating multigrain rice, and braised quail eggs. It also has fresh, crispy, dried radish and tomato and egg drop soup, and it also comes with a little bit of chili sauce. Comes with a set of tableware accessory packs. Qinghadgo Fusho Food Company Limited, but it's not telling me where it's from. But like, I could read all these things on the back here. Yeah, it doesn't tell me what it is. Maybe I can look on my phone. I think the guy that sent this in told me what it was, whether it was like Korean or Chinese. Let me see if I can find the old message here. It came from Ben K, and it's Chinese Special Forces. Yeah, Chinese Special Forces. So we're gonna see what this is about. I can't say I've ever had quail eggs before either. All right. So this must be the heating pack. I think there's food in there, maybe? There's something inside of that. Yeah, I don't know what any of this is. Got a little... This must be to like drink water with or something. Or there might be like... I guess there is a little bit of writing on here. I'll have to use that. Use my old translator here. Braised duck and duck eggs. Crispy dried radish. I want to remember what these are. This might be like a fortune cookie or something. There's no writing on that one. Spicy sauce. Oh, these must each come with like an individual heating bag for each meal. Let's see if this says what it is on the top here. Nope, just instructions for use. What is this? Oh, this might be what you're supposed to eat out of. Yeah, it's like a little bowl, and you've got one spoon and a toothpick and a napkin in here. And the little bugs are coming out now. Let's hope this fire helps keep them away a little bit. I really hate putting bug screen on. bug spray and whatnot. I should have brought my thermosol. I did not bring that with me. I'm sure somebody's gonna yell at me for that. So you gotta like open this up and pour water in it. You got a tear notch. I'm guessing this should say on it what it is. So here's the little heater pack. If you watched the last MRE video I did, it did not come with the heater pack. This one's got it though. It's having a hard time reading these barcodes. Well, one of them is going to be pork, and one of them is going to be rice. So we'll just get them both going. See if I can read this one. This one's a lot bigger. I'm guessing maybe this one's going to be the rice. Just because it's a larger serving. Yeah, it doesn't want to read that. We're just going to cook it up and see what it is. Stick it in here. We've got some water. Which I should have not had this in there because it's going to be cold. And I don't know how much water I'm supposed to put in here. Pour water into the water bag to the water filling line, and then pour water into the heater bag. Oh, this. You pour water into here, and that's how much you use. It's good to read the directions sometimes. If I remember right, the US ones have like a fill line on the bag itself. All right. Fold it over. Yeah. Just fold it over and stick it in here. Ooh. That's like, you see that? It's like boiling. Can you hear that? That's wild. That's gonna heat it up quickly. I've never, the American ones definitely don't do that. It's wild how quickly that one went off. Guess it just takes a second. I don't feel like this one's going. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's like steaming. You can see that. Look at that. That's wild. Hot. Oh, that's crazy, dude. Did not expect that. Turn this camera up a little bit. All right, let's try these. Which one was the quail eggs? Braised duck and duck eggs. A little nervous about this. Ooh. These are like straight up little eggs in here. Guess we've got a bowl. Dump, oh, I don't know about this. Try it. That ain't bad at all. Not bad at all. All right, what was this one? Fresh, crispy, dried radish. That's surprisingly fine. I don't think I've ever had quail or duck eggs or anything like that before. Turn those guys over. This just looks like almost like some coleslaw or something. That's not bad either. I don't want to eat all of it because I want to maybe try it with that stuff, you know? We got to mix it all together. All right. This one, it wouldn't translate. Oh, this is the spicy sauce. And then this one didn't have any writing on it. That's got to be like some sort of little dessert thing. See that? I don't know, maybe it'll say on the back of here. Oh, tomato and egg drop soup. So yeah, it's soup. Maybe I'm supposed to put it in. What am I supposed to put that in though? I don't know. But I can't say these eggs are bad. Not all. I like that. I can't use that hot water because it's been in that packet. We're just gonna put it in our paper bowl and see what happens. I imagine this is supposed to be warm, but it doesn't tell you how much water to mix with it. We're just gonna try it. I've had egg drop soup before, and I didn't mind it at all. What do I do with my crispy radish? Don't want the bugs to get it. Not too shabby. I mean, it would definitely be better warm, but it is what it is. It tastes good. I dig it. So far, I've been impressed. All right. Probably see what these things are all about. They're hot. I am gonna mix these together. I think that's probably the way you're supposed to do it. That is surprisingly hot. Ooh, yeah. That's our braised pork. I believe. Here should be our rice. Suppose I could have put the soup in like one of these packets after I emptied it out, but if you're on the Chinese Special Forces and you know what I'm doing wrong, let me know. Yeah, that's all rice. That doesn't look bad. It's kind of all clumped together, but we'll break it apart. Looks like it's got egg in it. You know, this is surprising, you know, after only having American MREs. This is entirely different from anything else I've ever had. All right, our braised pork. And I gotta say, those quail eggs were tasty, or duck eggs, or whatever they were. It smells good. Just a bunch of pork pieces. Not too shabby. These things are like still boiling. Dude, that ain't a bad looking plate of food at all. All right, but we're going in. We got to go hard in on the sauce here. Can't not have the spicy sauce. Is there a tear mark on here somewhere? Yep. Ooh, that looks like it's gonna be hot. Might be going in too hard on it, but we're gonna use the whole thing because I don't feel like they would give you more than you needed. All right, we've got a little bit of radish left. Let's see what this is all about. That's good, y'all. You know, I was a little worried. I didn't bring anything else with me to eat. But I'm satisfied with that. I don't think they give you quite as much as they do in like the US ones. The US ones usually have different snacks and stuff, but there's still plenty here. I don't think I'll be hungry later. I don't mind the dried radish at all. I don't know if you're supposed to put some of this in there. We're gonna. I dig that. Got the old liquid death. I don't know if they have these in China, but we're gonna have one. No, that's good. For being a meal in a bag, I'm satisfied. Let's just hope it doesn't bring any Sam Squatches in. This is absolutely perfect for a motorcycle trip because you have such limited room on the bike. By the time you pack all this type of stuff, a change of clothes, you know. And that bike, somebody's probably wondering, it's a 2012 Dyna FLD switchback. So I know a couple people have said, when you're gonna get your Street Glide out again. It's not a Street Glide, that's smaller than a Street Glide. It's just a dyno with hard bags, and I put the fairing on it. It just had a windshield on it when I bought it. So that doesn't have saddlebags that are as big as a full-size touring bike. They're probably like 3/4 of the size, but the new ones have huge saddlebags in them. Like, so yeah, limited space. I'd love to get a full-size touring bike that has the trunk on the top of it and everything, because I bet I could get away with, especially if I'm hammock camping, I probably wouldn't need anything but the bags in the trunk. Now I'm more excited to try the rest of them, and now I feel like I want to go get, like, try to find stuff from every, I don't know, every armed forces or every military that's got an MRE. If you go back in the older videos, there's other videos of me trying US ones. I can't say how many different ones I've had, but I've had quite a few of those. But that's entirely different, and it's really good. It is surprising they don't give you a fortune cookie or something with it. Like a little dessert thing, you know? There's usually always something like that with the US meals. There we go. I'm satisfied with that. That wasn't bad at all. So I've got like a foldable pillow and my old camp quilt that I brought. I don't know if I'll need it, but we're gonna get it tossed in there anyways, just so we've got it ready for tonight. Let it fluff up a bit. Don't want to put that on the ground. Then this, I've used this before. This came from All Dogs as like one of their members, like Christmas gifts, if I remember correctly. It just folds out into a pillow. It's still nice to have a pillow in a hammock. Alright, we should be set for tonight. Y'all, I'm just sitting here at the fire and look, there's a turkey walking right up the road. He spotted me. That's rad. Later, gobbler. I don't know how to gobble. That's cool though, dude. Sun's dropping quick, y'all. Losing all my light. It's much nicer out here though than it was earlier. Should be comfortable night. Well, that's about done. I know you guys won't be able to see it, but right there in the center, there's the moon, but it's behind all those trees, so can't really see it too well. But I think it's time to crawl into the old hammock. I'm blind, I can't see with this light. Try not to let all the bugs in here. The worst part is you gotta leave your shoes outside. Hopefully no creepy crawlies get in there tonight. Phone and keys can go in this pocket over here. Getting bugs in my hair. They're everywhere. Alright, hopefully I don't gotta get up in the middle of the night. See y'all in the morning. If I can get this thing up. Not too shabby. Oh. Good morning. Oh, yeah. Well, took me a while to fall asleep, that's for sure. I'm not used to this. And it's 6:30 in the morning. And I've been awake for a minute. The birds. I love you birds, but dag old dag, shut up. Oh. I woke up in the middle of the night to pee and I put my hoodie on. It's not bad, but my back was getting chilly since, like, you know, I'm just hanging in midair. Oh, man. I really don't want to get up, but there's no chance I'm falling back asleep at this point. I didn't bring any coffee or anything with me. So it's gonna be a gas station type of morning. I gotta pee. I gotta pee. Oh. I'm stuck. Dang old birds. They're squawking. Morning squawk. All right, I got changed. I'm gonna get my junk packed up. Get headed on down the road. I gotta say, I definitely prefer packing this up in the morning than a tent. So much faster. And since you're not on the ground, you don't have a ground sheet, like, and it seems like everything is less damp. Much better. Bam. All of maybe 10 minutes. All right, we're packed up. Let's run to the gas station, grab ourselves probably an iced coffee, and see if they got a breakfast sandwich or a burrito. Let's hope they got a burrito. Alright, y'all. Don't have a cup holder on here anymore. I guess I took it off. Just kind of dumb, but there we go. You can only use a cup holder. It's only really beneficial if you have an open face helmet. Otherwise, you got to stop to take a drink anyways, so just put it in your saddlebag. They're tiny little burritos, man. It's kind of wild that they're small, but beautiful morning. I'm glad I brought that black like undershirt, otherwise I'd probably be a little bit chilly. Yeah, dude, what's up with that? Sausage, egg, and cheese. Not bad. Well, it was a great night. It definitely took me a while to fall asleep, and I've said it before, I probably say it every time I sleep in a tent or in a hammock. It's mostly just you hear everything, and I'm not used to that anymore. Well, I got a Mountain Dew Kickstart. They didn't have any like good iced coffee except for Frappuccino, Starbucks stuff, and I just wasn't feeling that. In the truck, it's not quite as bad. Even with the windows open, just, you know, the shell insulates a lot of that sound. So it's way worse in a tent, and yeah, not being used to it, like, I don't know. But the hammock is comfortable. I can sleep on my side basically in the hammock, and that's what I do. I don't lay on my back most of the night. I can roll over from side to side, and it's comfortable for me, especially with the pillow. I think it's great. I'm gonna try to do a lot more motorcycle camping this year, just because I haven't done it. Like, I didn't ride at all last year because of my heart stuff. And I've got a good trip coming up that's planned. Got to work out some kinks to that, but that should be coming up within the next few weeks. You guys will see that. We'll have old Greg back on the channel. I know you guys haven't seen him in a minute. And then you guys will probably meet my nephew, Daniel. Damn, Daniel. Yeah. And other than that, I guess, as always, well, if you like the video, definitely give it a thumbs up. It helps. If you haven't picked up the gear, go do that nonsense. And as always, stay tuned for the next adventure. I'll see you in a bit.